The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Ready, 95, 56, 57. Kill.
Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Brees. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Easy.
Shotgun now for Brees. And he finds Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Well, this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing now is Brees. Thomas has got it. Complete. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 40 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They're the favorite, no question, and when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench, that's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum, but you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. A fourth down gamble with Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even fourth and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. But not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets them on the doorstep, first and goal.
Before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third down from the gun. Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Dalton going to break the huddle, come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams.
This interception would go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Ross, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 12-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
Let's go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready? 5-9. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Got one. I got one. 11. 59.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Here we go.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Check. You're good. I fool. Ready. Out. Hey, easy.
Breeze now on first down. Ginn has it complete. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 45 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To throw here, Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Dalton. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. Dalton now to pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Down right around the 25. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Let's break it down, fellas. Break it down.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Bengals grab it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And Dalton to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Dalton able to hit Ross. That's complete. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Andy Dalton now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Another chance for Dalton. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. This is something that we know that they like to do, incorporating him out of the backfield into their passing attack.
And it's not just a check down option either. This is a full part of their offense, and they rely on the fact that they can get the ball in his hands.
Here's Dalton. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton got his man. It's Eifert. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. This will be Dalton again. That's complete. Bernard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Right there, 54.
Here's Dalton. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
3, 218, chop.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. This is caught by Gill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. After the sack on first down, Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He's got Smith here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Breeze now to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
2-by-2. Move.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Andy Dalton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
2-by-2. Move. Check 25. Ice.
So now Dalton. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Come on, dude.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 4 down.
All right, here's Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Ready.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Everyone go.
15.
Breeze to throw. Again has it complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 57's the mic.
Back to throw, Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Breeze now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On the ground, Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.